Hey there, YouTube land. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's well. It is Wednesday. We did get a video posted early, and it went up today, and it worked as planned, which fingers crossed this will as well. We are extremely busy, and we're not getting a lot of bench time in this week. A lot of things have transpired at work, and we're busy in the big shop now. So I thought, well, I wanted to get another video out for Friday, and I wanted to pre-post it, so hopefully this thing loads on Friday and you are seeing this on Friday. So fingers crossed again. And we're going to discuss a question that I get a lot via message or in person. So let's get through this intro and we'll get right into this topic that is in the thumbnail and the title. Be right back. Alrighty. So let's talk about this whole YouTube game, right? This YouTube game, it's a different deal, right? You have to have a plan, is what I would say. I get this question a lot. I've also seen frustration from some people that have started channels and 6 months later the channel just gets abandoned or they just pull it all together. So people say, well, you do that thing. What is it like? What do you gain out of it? Are you getting money out of it? Are you being paid? And I'll answer all that stuff now. So hopefully I don't ramble here. I probably will, because I'm going to try and answer a lot of questions in one thing here. No, I don't get paid. I don't want nothing to do with the corporate and the tax side of that. What was my initial thoughts of starting the channel was to basically show off a form of art that I like to do, which is creating a model that is the canvas, 3D canvas, if you'd like to say, and then practice techniques and just unwind for me. What gains did I get out of it? That came later. That was things that I just was not thinking of. So if you want to say, one question would be, okay, why did you feel compelled to start it? That to me was very simple. After the pandemic, I noticed there was a group build going around called the USAC group build. And when I was trying to figure out what it stood for, because it took me a little bit to figure out, well, what is this? And I only seen 2 channels, but I put it together rather quickly that they're building the same kit. And yet one guy was on this part of the world and this guy was on this part of the world. And I thought, okay, something's going on here. So I took that, copied it, pasted it in the search bar, pulled it up, and I was like, woo, cool. And I remember that first month just searching for more channels that were doing it, and then seeing how everybody had their own flair to how they were doing their videos and the channels. And I kind of remember thinking to myself, I could do this, right? And I thought, yeah, but I don't like cameras. I don't want to show my face. I don't want nothing to do with that crap. And I'm like, well, I still want to participate in this someday. Let's see if it's going to happen. So I messaged a couple of the channels that I've now had subscribed to and was following, their model stuff. And very cool of them. They responded back to me. They didn't know me from shit from Cheyenne. And they answered all my questions and basically informed me what USAC stood for and how you had to qualify, and that there was a timeline and a due date, and you couldn't show this, but you could show updates, but you couldn't show the final until the due date. And I found the whole concept to just be so cool. So then I went on to the part of, okay, there's other group builds, according to, one of the other guys reaching out to me. I then looked on Facebook and found some modeling pages. And I thought, wow, you know, do I really want to add another hobby? And I ended up saying to myself, look, Jason, you need something that's not competitive in your life. Everything else is based around performance, whether it's remote controls, slot cars, one-to-ones, and I take that very competitively. So with the stress level that is work, I thought, yeah, I could do this with models. I have all these ideas that I would like to recreate one-to-one cars that have either been crashed at the racetrack or friends had or I had that are no longer around. And I can recreate all those memories, put them on the shelf, and always look at them. And I thought, this is awesome. Let's go back to building models. I enjoyed that. I had fun. Back when I was younger, I relaxed from that. Models is what got me into RC, got me into one-to-one. I thought, yeah, why not, right? Eventually, when I get so old that it's sore to move, I've already got my retirement hobby planned out. So let's dive back in. So I started looking at the YouTube thing. At that point, I realized you could be monetized. So I thought, well, I don't want nothing to do with that. I just want to share my creativity and kind of create a vlog of my progress. So that's what I did. Then that qualified me to where, hey, I could have 6 subscribers and I could still do the USAC build next year. And that was my whole goal. So I did the USAC 55 Ford truck. So that was the first USAC build I did. And that was a ton of fun. I start running across other channels. Next thing you know, you start trading, like email information or communication information. People are finding you on Facebook and you're communicating through Messenger. You're finding people in your own state that you didn't even know that are doing models. And that was the reward right there. I'm thinking, who needs money from YouTube when you're making all these friends? You cannot buy good friends. You cannot do that. I'm making good friendships. I'm having great conversations. I'm learning from these guys, and they're educating me on, hey, this brush technique. Hey, I buy this paint from this website. Hey, I'm getting this here. Hey, I got this tool. It was just cool. Or they'll say, hey, you should check out such and such's channel. That might be something that you do. So, do I recommend people to do it? Absolutely. You got to try it. If you feel you want to do the video vlog of, hey, this is something I'd like to share with the world. This is something that calms me down. Do that. The world needs more of that. If you don't like change, you probably won't like YouTube, because YouTube does tend to change stuff. One of the things that I've seen too, where they've done from people that I know that are monetized, they sometimes can change the value of how much you make per view or whatever, without getting into crazy detail. So they can move the goalpost, if you want to say. But to me, the real value is meeting new people, making new friends that have the same interests as you do. Now somebody will say, okay, well, how should I tag my channel? Well, to be honest with you, the things that I've learned is that sometimes your name means a lot, and certain names I think draw in more on the algorithm versus mine is kind of, if you want to say, specific versus something that is more to the genre. You have a lot of channels out there that have the word scale in it or scale model in it. And I think those channels, it helps to have that in your title if you're going to do that. Versus mine is basically my name, and basically something I like to do is the channel name is the design part. I've thought about rebranding it. At the end of the day, you're just chasing numbers as far as subscribers go. that, to me, I'm fine with letting that just be natural, right? Um, I'm not ever in that mode of wanting to be monetized. So it doesn't benefit me to say, okay, if you hit this target, then that opens this Pandora's box to this gate to be monetized at this rate or this percent. That has nothing to do with me. I like to think that the subscribers I have are all subscribed because they enjoy watching what I'm doing with whatever project I'm on. And that is the reward for me. If you're going to chase that down, that becomes more of a job. So it's something you just got to balance. I couldn't tell you what to do as far as your name goes. I would say you pick the best you can. I'm sure there's probably other channels that might have better information on creating a channel than what you're seeing right here. So if you want to stop watching, that's fine. I would say do what you love, do what you would like to hear yourself being referred to as your channel. Enjoy it, have fun with it, and I think things will work out really well. If you want to say, okay, well, what about devices or equipment? I'm just using my phone. I keep it very simple. You can buy a simple little $12 tripod thing and you're good to go. I should probably buy a mic that's better for doing this. A lot of people are buying little mics and you'll see them clipped on their shirt. I should do that. So I would say I would recommend buying a mic. But you can do it with your phone, you can do it with your laptop, your personal computer, if you have a camera, mic, do whatever. But just, I would recommend keeping it fun. I think you'll enjoy it and you'll have less chance of people quitting. The other reason why we're talking about it is because we're coming up, and I don't think I've said this, but May 1st will be my 3-year anniversary of actually putting videos on this channel. The channel started in 2012-ish, and there was never any thought of me doing this at all. I purely did this thing to be able to qualify to do the USAC group build. It is that simplistic for me. That simplistic decision to create the channel and post videos just to get into the USAC thing was all this took, and I've met hundreds of people that I would have never imagined meeting. So, do I see myself ever getting rid of the channel? Probably somewhere down the line. It's a possibility. If I get bored with something, or if I decide that, hey, we've hit that fork in the road, I probably will shut it down. I don't know that I'll do a goodbye video. I don't know that I will do a big hoopla video like some people have done. Nothing is forever. I mean, you just never know, right? So I will say that I've seen a lot more of the fake book drama coming into the YouTube world. I don't particularly like that, and that can probably steer me wrong too at some point in time. I'm a guy that likes to just do. More of a worker bee. I'd rather just do it and have fun and then stand back and look at what I created more than doing the documentation. So if you're going to take this very serious, then you need to schedule how you're going to document in between your build process so that your viewers don't have gaps. Like, okay, you started doing body work, then you show that you got it to primer, and then maybe you show the first color or then the stickers or whatever. Don't leave big gaps. I've failed in that area at times, leaving big gaps. So I think that hurts some of the viewers too, where they can kind of tune out and maybe then favor certain other channels that are more entertaining to people that are watching. As far as me, what is it that I look for in a channel? I look for the fact that you're not a used car salesman, you're creative, you're down to earth, and you're slinging a positive message. It's very easy, I think, for me at times to tell if somebody is full of shit, and that's just probably due to my upbringing and other things that I'm involved with. So I really enjoy DIY videos. So I would say that for me personally, I follow people that more or less have that DIY, very mechanically inclined um, types of videos that are educational in a way I like to learn all the time. And so I would say the number one thing is that all equals them to being just real, right? They are who they are, and that's what draws me in. So those types of guys that can do that, and if you can do that, you're going to go far with your viewers, and your viewers are going to really, really tune in. If you're blotchy, like some of my stuff is due to the busy schedule, you can possibly lose some viewers or consistency in your views. So if it's something that means a lot to you, you need to take that extra effort and work towards keeping that consistency. Same thing, other people have told me too, to try and maintain the dates that you post. So if you're posting on Monday, try to keep Mondays. If you're posting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's very hard for me as well. That's something that a lot of people that have really big subscriber counts are really good at doing that accurately as well. So, and then whatever you're doing, just believe in it, right? So if you're building Legos, just say, hey, you know, this product is really good, blah, blah, blah. I've had no problems with it. But if you have problems with the product, then just explain, hey, you know, I've had this problem, but I think this fixed it. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with being um, unhappy with something, but explain your solution, right? I can't remember who told me this. This was a long time ago. If you're going to bitch about something, try to have a solution to what you're bitching about in the same sentence, so that you're giving your boss or you're giving somebody that's in the department ahead of you some sort of insight on what you think may fix the problem, so that at least it feels like it's going forward to come to a resolution for the problem. So I try to do that if I find something wrong. I just did a video on the cornet and I had some fitment issues, and those fitment issues were brought to my attention by another person that watches my channel, and they were cool enough to message me and said, hey dude, just to let you know, there is some fitment issues with the interior tub. You might want to watch that and that. I thought I did a good job of fitting it, and I did not. And here we were already painted and we were grinding on the interior tub and the windows to get it all to fit. So that's another benefit to the YouTube, is if you build good viewers that follow you, you will get some really good tips and you'll get some really good comments. So I treasure all the comments that I get. If they're really crappy comments or they're spam bot comments, they get deleted. I try to answer them all. That's another thing you can do if you're going to get into YouTube. Be better about hitting the like button and answering it, because it helps the algorithm to get their videos spread. And if it's a good video and it's a good content creator, more people should see it. So I think that's it. I think that's kind of covers it all. Be you. That's the best thing you can do. Alrighty. Well, I think that's gonna do it. I think we kind of covered everything. I think I covered all the questions that have been asked to me, and in the emails and stuff, and in personal on some of the ways that I've responded to people that have walked up to me and asked me how it's going and how it works, and if it's worth doing. Hopefully I've done a good job explaining that it, in my case, it is definitely worth doing. Um, I've kept it very simple. I believe in the KISS theory, which is keep it simple, stupid. I keep my videos very simplistic. I keep my time on here very simple. I'd rather be building than making videos, and I'm just trying to blend that in. Now, I'm always looking to improve upon that. I feel I've improved upon it over the years. I'm going to try and revamp it a little bit more, change some things around here in the shop, change some things on how we make these videos. I would love to be ahead of the curve on all of these videos, and that's why I'm testing this to make sure that they download, because I know if I get into a rhythm of that, I'm just going to be populating the library, and I really want to know that they're uploading when they're supposed to, because I'm going to think that I'm done and I've uploaded it, and I'm going to forget it. That, okay, it's done, it's taken care of, it will automatically pop up, and I'm not going to go back and check it. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I don't watch my own stuff because I can't stand myself being photographed, or I just I don't know. I don't like looking at myself. So, as you can tell, there's no mirrors in here. So, anyhow, I'm going to let you go. This has been probably a long-winded video, and hopefully you people that are on the fence, no matter what hobbies you're in or thinking about it, you find this video and it maybe my story will help persuade you to try it. And hopefully we can get more positive things on YouTube than political things on YouTube. And we can all learn from each other's relaxation and crafts or hobbies, and just have fun. So we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully this video's up on Friday, and peace out.